Karen, where are you?
Joe, be quiet.
Oh, hello, Martha. Karen upstairs there?
No, come on up and help me paint a table.
Sure.
In here, Joe.
Oh, is this your room, Martha?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sit down. Karen forgot something and she had to go back into town. How's the hospital?
Oh, just the same. No money, bad lab, everybody growling at everybody else. Quiet here. Is it late?
No, only 10:30. But the girls are in bed and Aunt Lily is worn out from doing nothing. Oh, hand me that paintbrush, will you?
Yeah. Karen tells me your aunt was showing the girls how to play King Lear the other day. You know, that's going to come in handy later on in their lives.
Oh, wait until she does Portia standing on a chair.
Ooh.
Sir Henry taught her to do it that way. Said it was the test of a great actress.
You must have had a fine childhood, Martha.
Oh, I did indeed. I lived with Aunt Lily from the time I was 5. I went to 16 schools altogether. And every time the stock company would move, I'd move with it. But school wasn't the worst part. It was after school and never anything but hotel bedrooms to go home to. And then in the evening, I'd have to do my homework sitting on a dirty box backstage and jump up to help Aunt Lily change from one blousy costume to an even blousier one. Oh, I used to be so alone and so sorry that I couldn't have what other kids had. You know, I think that's really why I wanted to teach. Being young is awfully hard, and when I grew up, I sort of wanted to make it easier for other kids. Say, I'm running out of paint. Do you want a glass of milk? Joe, I said... Are you asleep, Joe? Joe? Oh, darling Joe. Do you always wake up so violently?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that on after?
Oh, just the milk. I thought you'd like a glass before you left.
Oh, well, thanks, Martha. Oh, how long have I been asleep?
An hour or so. Maybe a little more.
Martha, what was that crash I heard? Oh!
It was me, Mrs. Martha. I was wrestling with myself.
Aren't you rather late, Mrs. Dr. Cobb?
Oh, no. As a matter of fact, I've been here for 4 days. I was hiding in your trunk. Good night, Martha.
Oh, don't go. Karen will be home any minute.
Oh, no, ma'am. I gotta get home now. And warn Karen that when we're married, she'll have to stay at home and watch me knock over milk glasses. Good night.
Good night.
I hope I'm not hurrying you away.
No, not any more than usual.
Joe's so in love with Karen, isn't he? I do hope they'll have the wedding in the spring. We could stage it so well in the garden. Of course, when they're married, it'll be rather hard on you. But Karen says she intends to go right on with the school.
There's never been any question of that.
And it really won't be so lonely for you because you'll be seeing her all the time. And you'll be seeing Joe, too. Perhaps you'll be seeing more of him than usual. You'll like that, won't you?
Oh, that's enough, Aunt Lily.
Good night, darling. Oh, God.
Several weeks have passed. For Karen and Joe, happy in the thought of their approaching marriage, time has slipped by almost unnoticed. For Martha, watching their happiness with hopeless yearning, the weeks have seemed like years. In the library of the farmhouse, Mrs. Mortar is conducting her class in elocution. A girl in pigtails recites in sing-song rhythm.
The quality of mercy is not strange. It falleth as the gentle rain from heaven. Upon the place beneath, it is twice blessed.
Good morning, girls.
Good morning, Miss Mary.
Everything all right, Mrs. Mortar?
Yes. Aren't these flowers beautiful? Mary Tilford just gave them to me. Aren't they lovely?
Yes. Where did you get the flowers, Mary?
She picked them just for me. The first wild flowers of the season.
But not the very first. Where did you get them, Mary?
Near Conway's cornfield.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
It wasn't necessary to go so far, Mary. There was a bunch exactly like that in the garbage can this morning.
Oh, what a nasty thing to do, Mary.
All right, children. Mary, will you come outside with me, please?
Mary.
What?
Mary, why do you do these things? Why do you lie to us so often?
I'm not lying.
If you have to do things, come and tell us about it. We'll try to understand. We'll try to help you. But this kind of lying is so bad for everybody.
I got the flowers near Conway's cornfield.
All right, Mary. You'll have to be punished. No horseback riding, no hockey. Don't leave the school grounds for any reason.
But you said I could go to the boat races Saturday.
I'm sorry, you can't go.
I'll tell my grandmother. I'll tell her how I get treated here and how you punish me for everything. I'll tell her.
Mary, go upstairs.
I don't feel well. I've got a pain. I've had it all morning. It hurts here. It's a bad pain. I've never had it before. My heart, it's my heart. It's stopping or something. I can't breathe. I can't. Oh!
Mary. Mary, get up off the floor. Mary. Mary!
Raise her head up, just a little.
What do you think, Joe?
Don't tell much yet. Hand me my stethoscope.
Oh, this is terrible. Perhaps if we put our feet up and our head down. Or is it just the opposite?
Oh, Aunt Lily, Dr. Carden knows.
Well, that's what I did in the theater once when Delia Graham fainted.
And did this Delia survive?
Oh, yes, I saved her.
Then perhaps you'd like to take charge here.
Oh, that's how you feel.
I think she's annoyed.
Oh, I'll take care of her. Aunt Lily.
That's a nice thing. That man in there practically turned me out of the room.
Oh, Aunt Lily, be quiet.
Then you don't object on being snubbed and humiliated. I, who work my fingers to the bone here.
Don't tell yourself that too often, Aunt Lily. You'll come to believe it.
To the bone, to the very bone.
Aunt Lily, you've wanted to go to London for a long time. You can go now. I can spare the money and...
Oh, you want to get rid of me? Turning me out at my...
Oh, how can anybody deal with you? You've been talking about going for years, and now when you can go, you...
Don't raise your voice, please. I decline to be shipped off to England. Next year I'm going back to the theater.
No, I'd like you to go sooner. The truth is the school isn't quite the place for you.
The truth is, I ought to have known you not to stay out of your way when he was here.
When who was here?
You don't think you can fool me, my dear. I wasn't born yesterday. I know what I know, and I know what you feel about him. You don't want them to be married, and I know why.
Be still.
I know what's going on here. You were never very clever at hiding things, Martha. You're in love with him.
Be still, Aunt Lily. Be still. These lies.
Can't close people's eyes the way you rush over to him on the slightest pretext. And that night when he was coming out of your room late, I saw...
Aunt Lily, there's been no trouble in this house, and I won't let you do your usual job of starting any. I want you to leave as quickly as... There's someone at the hall door. Wait a minute.
Oh!
Rosalie. Helen. What were you doing outside this door?
We just came down to see how Mary was, Miss Dobie. Yes, Miss Dobie, that's all.
Did you deliberately listen?
Eavesdropping is something nice young ladies just don't do.
Oh, you girls never used to do things like this. I'm afraid we'll have to separate you. Mary, Tilford, and Rosalie. Going up to your rooms now. Miss Wright will speak to you later.
Yes, Miss Dobie.
Good.
Oh, Aunt Lily, it's very bad having the children hear the things you say. There's money in the bank for you. I'd like you to leave as soon as it's convenient.
Do you think I'd take your money? I'd rather scrub floors first. I'll be out of here before it's dark.
Whoops. Excuse me.
Excuse me, Joseph.
The Duchess coming up again?
Oh, yes, she's particularly good today. What about Mary?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I could have managed a more convincing faint when I was 6 years old.
We've reached the end of our rope with her. I don't know what we're going to do.
Martha, what's wrong? Aren't you taking this kid too seriously?
Yes. I'm taking everything too seriously. Everything.